Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to thank you for Exabyte for having me here once again to share, very exciting topic with you. So good to see you. So I think the second round, I'm going to help you to realign back from your gravitational pull after lunch. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. All right, my name is John from MOLPay. Yeah, MOLPay is a multi-currency and online payment gateway service provider in the Southeast Asia. Yeah, all right. So my topic is reaching out to more buyers through omnichannel payment, digital payments, and marketing. So let's start. Yeah, I would like to start with consumer purchasing habit today. Yeah. So let's start with this. Yeah. Let's say today you want to buy a camera. Yeah. Right. There are a few points that probably you would like to consider. Right. For information, shops, and how you do the payment. You think about the services and as well as how are you going to get about the fulfillment, right? So you got to get the information from searching the online, go to the store, ask your friends physically or digitally, yeah, WhatsApp, this on. And you go to the shop probably to check the prices to your smartphones, checking the X, check even in Lazada, 11th Street, Shopee's, yeah, is that familiar? How many of you do that? Can you see a show of hand? Huh? Wow, a lot of e-commerce buyer here. Huh? Very good. Huh? Okay, you buy in store and probably you buy it online, order from a catalog. And talk about payments, you probably will find whether you have a payment plan, and how do you make the payment, yeah? And services, what you go to buy after you buy the cameras, you will think of how you get the services, supported services for your product that you bought. And fulfillment, how you're going to get the product, yeah? Whether you get it delivered to your home or take it from the store or pick up from the other location, right? So how many can associate it with this? Yeah, this is our typical journey, yeah, of your consumer today. And let me share with you the statistic from Malaysian payment segments, yeah. This statistic is released last year, yeah, the source based on last year's record. When we notice in the high red color there, we see the increasing in terms of FPX, yeah, about tremendous, about 283% surge, yeah. And we also saw the debit card penetration is also high, to 50, almost 50.9%, yeah. So this is what you want to understand, how your consumer pay to you to get your product and services that you want to offer to them, yeah, today, right? So consumer behaviors today is changing, yeah. But why do you say that? Yeah, consumer today think of shopping as one experience, yeah. Whether it's online, it's in store, or on mobile devices, and so much of business today. Your business today have to think in the omni-channels as well to match back with what the consumer thinking in terms of one uniform shopping experience to them. Yeah. How many of you here, you have a retail shop? 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh. Online store? Oh. The rest is what business? Oh? Right. So the consumer behavior today is blurring the line across the channels. Yeah. If you look at the fourth industrial revolution, which is already blurring the line between the physical, digital, and biological spheres, right? It is disrupting all the business in every country. Yeah. Today you can see consumer will get the product either to in-store, get the product from online, or get the product from the information from the mobile. So the question is, if you want the consumer to get conversion, yeah, immediately and responded to your advertising, marketing strategy, you need to have a payment channels in between. Yeah, for example, a virtual terminal or e-wallets. How many of you has e-wallets? Can you see how many of you download e-wallets already use e-wallet? Show your hands. Yeah, oh great, 1, 2, 3, oh, a lot. Oh. Wow, look around you. See, one more hand. See your hand. You see, look around you, and see. These are your consumer, and this is their behavior. You see, I have about 4 wallets, e-wallets, on my app. I tell you why. Yeah, and why you want to download the app, because you will get incentivized, right? You get incentivized for every purchase. You go to the retail F&B store, after you dine, you get the food, you get a certain incentive. And a dollar save is a dollar gain, right? So you want to capitalize on that. Yeah. Then other than the virtual terminal and e-wallets for the retail store, you also need a payment solution for your online store. Yeah. So how today you can enable the customer to make quick payment to your online? Yeah. We are the only payment gateway currently supporting 4 payment channels because first, credit card, online banking, which is the FPX. The third one, which is unique to us, which is our physical cash payment at 7-Eleven. So we're supporting over 2,200 7-Eleven outlets nationwide to accepting cash payment for your online purchase. So meaning that 80% of the market in Malaysia currently who are preferred to use cash for the online payment can be made through 7-Elevens. Yeah? And the 4th biggest segment we have is the e-wallet segment. You can see list of e-wallet segment that we have currently partners with. The e-wallet players are catching up over in Malaysia. Yeah? Then mobile SDK. In order to give a very good journey experience, a journey experience to your user, you need to have the mobile SDK. You can download that with our GitHub / MOLPay for the iOS and Android version. Yeah? And real-time reporting. So as a merchant, how do you get your real-time reporting apart from your website? Yeah? So in the website, a single portal channel, we enable the merchant to basically access to all these successful transactions beside your notification that you receive. Yeah? And it also, we developed another version called the MOLPay app dashboard. You can also available in the mobile phone app. Yeah? Consumer today expect the same experience across multiple channels. For all the products, either is available online or in store. So what we do is they view online, they view in store and buy online. How many of you do that? Yeah? How many of you do that? We used to do that, right? So we call this the showrooming. Yeah? And the other way around is consumer also view online and buy in store. Yeah? So this is mainly used for the consumer if they want the product immediately. Yeah? Basically, it's also increase the inventory for the e-commerce side. So there's one retailer that understand. So what happened is that when the customer go online, it's a fashion. Yeah, it's a fashion retailer called Zara. Yeah, everybody knows Zara, right? So what happened is this customer search a product online in Zara. So what happened, and then they try to click and collect at the retail shop. But the retail shop not able to identify whether there's a size of the item available. You know? So they had this problem. So what happened is that the back-end system inventory keep on rising, and they had to cope with the cost of keeping the products. And until then, they have implemented a strategy, a solution at the back-end system that are able to sync up the retail store and also the online. So whenever the product is available online, immediately the back-end system at the retail store will be updated. And not only is basically updated in one store, but it also tell you, in case the product is not available in the particular store, it's also available in other location. So Zara had done this. It's pretty well. I remember one time, I went to another fashion boutique looking for the Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I went from KLCC store up to IOI City, Putrajaya, just to find the shirt with the Mickey Mouse, you know. And when I reached there, they tell me, it's not available, this size. You have to go to another store, you see. So it's a very troublesome for the consumer, yeah. So omni shopping today take many forms. You have a showrooming, yeah. Your consumer see it in store and buy from the retailer. Web rooming, I share with you. You research online and buy in store. Click and collect. Buy online and pick up at the store. Yeah. This solution, click and collect. Yeah. So we will have this solution very soon, probably by end of the year. Yeah. Where your customers can able to check out from your online store or e-marketplaces and pick up at the convenience store. Yeah. This one we will share with you more when we roll it out later. Yeah. The fourth one, scan and scram. Yeah. Customers see in store and buy from another retail online. Yeah. So how many of you do that? Yeah. You buy from one store that is probably you're familiar that because your friend is selling, so you buy from your friend, yeah, or you check out the price, yeah. So the fifth one is click and ship. You see it in the store, then immediately you buy it on your phone for convenience, yeah. So these omni shopping today take many forms. So as a merchant, you need to be aware of these omni channels, yeah. And what does it mean for omni-channels? We notice that omni-channel shoppers spend between 50 to 300% more than a single channel shoppers. Yeah. Any of you only buy things, only go to one channel? How many of you do that? How many of you use more than one channels? Yeah? Oh, wow, almost all of you. Very good. You see? True or not? You spend more, right? Those who hands up? It's very true. So this is help you to drive a higher business growth. So don't stick on one single channel, stay on multiple channels, right? And what does it mean for the store of the future? Yeah. And this is already taking place. Yeah. They will shape the future retail. Yeah. In the future retails in the coming trend. With the face recognition, 3D printing, smart lightings, you know, you can see that. I won't go through that in details. You know, in AR realities, right? These already taken places. For example, when the retail provide a ubiquitous card for the omni-channels, this is the click and collect methods. What happens? Customers searches the item on the tablet and reserve the item at the nearest outlet, yeah? Nearest store. So what they do is that the customer digital card is synced with the in-store database. And the in-stores are expected to prepare the item. Yeah? So what happened? When the customer comes to the store, the staff in charge direct the customer to the fitting room. For example, if they buy the clothes where the item is fitting, is waiting, yeah? And lastly, the customer pick up the item and uses the smartphone to find the vouchers, right? To enter the code and the customer use the phone to check out at a kiosk, right? This is the way how you provide a ubiquitous card for omnichannels. Yeah. Beside the ubiquitous payments, so customer can basically also, you need to provide, because they are able to make payment in any internet connected devices. You know, as long as there's a connecting devices, they're able to make payments. And we have one features that is very well for omnichannels. And this is the features all of you must embrace. Yeah? So the customers use omnichannel shopping method to get to your product, right? And with tokenization is the features, payment features that help you to connect your customer shopping experience. So what it does, how many of you know about these features? Yeah. You can use this basically to store the data for any of the future purchase. Yeah, across multiple channels, whether they're using in-store, they're using online, mobile phone, smartphone, or on the desktop. Yeah. So when you create a token, it becomes a very common, and you can track your customers from all the channels that you have provided to them. Yeah. So we are able to view their actions. Yeah. And that is for the customers, the consumers. Then how about your back-end processes? The omnichannel today will also have an impact on your business. Yeah? In terms of your business, your information technology will be affected. Your marketing team will be affected. Your operation team also will be affected. Your IT personnel, your CTO, yeah, will need to simplify the regulatory needs across country if the payments are needed, other than just Malaysia. Yeah? So you need to drive up the personal shopping experience. Yeah? Your CTO need to do that. And also your CTO need to optimize the business cost, yeah, in making this happen. Right? On the marketing side, your CMO need to know the customer better, regardless of any channel that they use. They need to improve the store presence, align the promotion across all the channels. How about the operation? Yeah. The operation managers, you need to get in fast and ready with a fast-paced retails. Yeah. They need to explore more ways to make your customer happy. Right? And this is the marketing. How do we drive the purchase inspiration across all these channels? Yeah. I think earlier on, this morning, someone shares on the brands that you can do. Yeah. Content marketing. Later on, someone will be sharing on the contents marketing. So you have social networks. All these individual retailer websites. Yeah. Social networks like Facebook, Instagram, Twitters. So this will have an impact that you can use to get to your consumers. Yeah. Price comparison website like iPrice, if I'm not mistaken. Multi-brand website, deal of the days. Yeah. Emails. Yeah. Email, somebody is Dr. Lau was saying, the emails you can use. Travels, mobile apps, blogs. So there are multiple ways for you to drive the inspiration, purchase across all the channels. Example, this is a social media from Samsung. Price comparison site. And also, for example, the Lazada, deals of the days. Yeah? And don't forget, the one slide I asked my marketing to put in is My Cyber Sales. Yeah, don't forget, join the My Cyber Sales. It's a venue for you to promote through the cross channels. Yeah? And lastly, winning in the omnichannels So you need to provide a strong mobile presence. Yeah? Shoppers should no longer having the inflexible UI. So user experience is very important. When they check out from your site, whether it's a mobile or app, the experience is, you need to be very sensitive, yeah? Very personal. Yeah? And they can also start, today we can start, example, they already start using e-wallet. Yeah? In many of the industry, you can see that either retailer especially, e-wallet have been present and increasingly. Yeah? Sync and seamless experience. Omni-shopper will get the one same experience, one uniform experience. And of course, just as I mentioned, as a retailer, you need to be able to track all your reports. Yeah? All your reports at the back-end side on the improvement of the system. Increase fulfillment store. Probably you want to add on physical store and use convenient pickup point at the convenience store. All right? For example, like 7-Eleven, Pigeons, you may be able to use this solution. And positive power to advertising. So when the traditional shoppers would like to view advertisement normally as a very negative, all right? But try to change the mindset, yeah? So that they look it positively as a part of the purchase decision, yeah? And strong partnership. So every entity in the e-commerce can start into driving better omni-channel experience, yeah? You can partner, example, you can partner with the e-wallet players. So how they can drive the channels and the traffic to you, whether it's online to offline and offline to online. Yeah? Thank you. Yeah, this was my presentation. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, John, so we've got a bit of time. Would you like to do one question? Is that possible? All right, so we'll do the first one. I have two friends, both run almost similar businesses and are using MOLPay. Why are the rates and prices different?
Obviously, similar business, I'm not sure which business are you running. So perhaps you have to share more with me personally. Yeah. So in terms of the pricing, of course, volume is take into consideration. Yeah. This is pretty much industry standards. Yeah. So you not happy in terms of prices, because different salesperson will charge differently, yeah, according to the track record, according to the volumes that you have. So you want to talk to me personally on this, yeah, to address that.
Okay, I think if anyone has any questions, you can direct them to John personally, and he'll see you to that. Okay, we'll proceed with our next panel discussion.
Okay, one question only.
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together once again. Thank you, John Lim, the Head of Business Development of MOLPay.